let's buzz people in the WhatsApp group to quickly join. Okay, we've moved from 60 to 68 now. I'm very well, Abiola. Thank you. Your name is very interesting. Abiola, I know is Yoruba. Ogbu sounds on Yoruba. Akinwale Bolajoko from Abuja. How is Abuja today? Ogbu is Igbo. Okay. So I'm guessing Abiola, you married someone from the East. Oluwafumilola from Manchester. Good to have you here. Yes, the numbers are going up. Eva Victoria from Lagos. How you doing? Island or mainland? Port Harcourt people. Onyeka. Good to see you. Liberia. Emmanuel from Liberia. Kwatai. I hope I got that right. Enugu people, they here. Okay, sorry. It's Abiola that is from. Abiola is Lagos, Enugu. Interesting. Christy Zino from Enugu, good to see you. Zimbabwe, Dominic is from Zimbabwe. Pedetin Afolabi, I hope I got that right. Pedetin Afolabi from Edo. Mrs. Gardi, UK, you're welcome. Pastor Lanike from SA, you're welcome. Eva is Lagos mainland. Good to see you. Good to see you. Beautiful evening. That's amicable. Huh? Is that the name they gave you? Amicable. I'm also amicable. Oh. Kelechi from Calabar, how you doing today? Samuel Nep from Jos. I like Jos names. Samuel Nep. Nep. How you doing, Samuel Nep? Jos names are very interesting. I have a friend that is Ruandang. Okay. Let's boss people. Funke from Lagos, good evening. Ahmed from Benin City. I have a friend, Ahmed, that is in Abuja. Good evening. Zeriah Matika from Zimbabwe. Good evening. Precious Olatunbosun from Kaduna. Good to have you here. Grace from Lagos. Favor from Malawi. I'm excited to see all of you. Let's boss people. Let's hit 100 quickly. When we hit 100, we'll kickstart. Can we hit? Like 160 yesterday. So where are all our people right now? Let's hit 100 quickly. Benga Olubajo, Lagos, Nigeria. How you doing, bro? Adeoluwa from Ogun State. I want Temini. How you doing, Adeoluwa? I'm from Ogun State. Guaba from Botswana. Hello, Guaba. I hope that's how to pronounce the name. Yes. 85 now. 15 more people, 15 more people, 15 more people, at least 15 more people. Go to the group chat, even if you're already here, and say we are live. Let them know we are live. Let me see your messages from the group chat too. It's not just that group is not just for the admin to okay, it's locked. Okay, admin locked it. Okay, but you can boss people. Zindoga from Zimbabwe. Good to see you. Lindiswa from South Africa. Wow, that's another second South Africa person. Okay, 89 now. 11 more people. Oluchi from Abuja. Is it the Oluchi that I know? I'm not sure. Uchenna from Anambra. How are you? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. 9 more people. 9 more people. Grace from Lagos. Grace Owotoki. Plenty money. Or is it all? Esther, good evening. How are you? Daisy from Abuja. How are you today? How is Abuja weather? Okay. Can we get more people in once? Let me see. Can we do 7:10 and start? Clarice from Cameroon. We had another a Cameroonian 2 sets ago. Fokam is a pastor in Cameroon. I'm very sure by the time you finish this program, both of you will be good colleagues. You can collaborate and work together. Deborah from Ibadan. Alrighty, how the numbers are static right now. Deborah, how are you? Odwanyo, Deborah. Odwanyo, okay, I guess Odwanyo is your surname. Okoro from Delta. Hello, Okoro. How are you? Joshua from UK. How are you, Joshua? It's good to see some men here because we know plenty for this practice. So when I see men, I'm excited. So Joshua, hopefully we get to work together. Joshua Daniels, you're welcome. Okay, it's a beautiful day. I believe so too. Okay, 5 more people, 5 more people, 5 more people, 5 more people. How do they do it in TikTok? Yes, click the button, click the button, click. I don't do TikTok. All right. Malawi, Grisham from Malawi. How are you, bro? Oh, is it sis? Rachel from Cameroon. How are you, Rachel? 5 more people, 5 more people. Let's hit 100. Emmanuel from Uyo, how you doing? Yes, good to see you, Rachel. I'm not seeing you, but I believe I'm seeing you by seeing your text and your names. 5 more people, 5 more people. 4 more, 4 more, 4 more, 4 more, 4 more, 4 more, 4 more. Good evening, Tabitha from Lagos. My Lagos people. How are you, Tabitha? Transcendent Tabitha. Oh, God. Omotayo from UK. That's my uncle's name. Hello, Omotayo. How you doing? Okay, 4 more people. Jennifer from Lagos. I believe it's not Jennifer the Funke Akindele Jennifer. It's not. Okay. Grace Omomiedun from Lagos. Lagos is well represented. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to start if I don't see 4 more people. All right, no problem. We can start. She said it's not Jennifer Funke Akindele Jennifer. All right. Okay. So that means your own English is very smooth. Okay, now I think we can just 3 more people. Oh boy, we can do it though, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Juwon Odutaya from Lagos, Nigeria. And it's the second day of our webinar. Yes, the final day, the last day. First of all, I want to celebrate you for showing up today. Yes, I don't take it for granted. Thank you for showing up today. Many people desire to make an impact in families, but not everyone takes the step to actually do something about it. The fact that you are investing in this learning, you are making effort to grow and equip yourself is commendable. I mean, by being here, I believe you've already separated yourself from the crowd, as in you've declared that you care deeply about families, relationships, the well-being of the society, and that's why you're here. Your presence here matters. I'm aware that we have two kinds of people here today. Some of you have already started the journey. You're already doing this work, as it were. You probably have been working with families, you've been supporting couples, you've been guiding parents in one way or the other. It's not impossible that we have some people that are in that category. I mean, you've seen the beauty and the struggles, and you are thinking, with all the things that you're seeing, you need more tools, a proper structure, proven strategies to make your impact deeper and more sustainable. Fantastic. And you are in the right place if that is your goal. And of course, and then we have those who are, I would say, brand new, fresh. You don't have the experience yet, but you have the passion. You know, some people say I'm a relationship enthusiast or I'm a family enthusiast. So you have moved from being an enthusiast, from just having the passion, curiosity, or the calling to step in and have skill and gain skill. So, I mean, it's not impossible that some of us even started from that place, always drawn to families, and then gradually we now began to think, okay, how can we do this properly? I want to commend your courage for starting. So whether you are here to sharpen what you already do or to begin from the ground up, this webinar is your doorway. We had first day yesterday, and it was amazing. Our director of studies, Chidima, did a fantastic job, and I can assure you that today is another installment that is going to make you know that this is the one of the best decisions of your life. So I just want to ask you to lean in, take notes, ask questions, and see yourself not as just someone that is attending a webinar, but someone that is stepping into purpose. Okay, so without wasting much time, I hit my 100. I'm in 107. Okay, I can be Oliver Twist. I can have 50 more people. I don't mind. I don't mind 50 more people. So keep sending, keep buzzing people. All right. So let me do a quick engagement. If you have to choose one word, I'm saying one word. So try and pass this test or this quiz. If you have to use one word that describes what family means to you, what would that word be? Let me go back to the chat room. If you have to use one word to describe what family means to you, what would that word be? What would that word be? Let me see. Legacy, union, amazing. Love, foundation. Irene, I see you. Unity, power, I love that power. A nation, interesting. Togetherness, harmony. Everything. Family is everything. Joy, companionship, community, safe haven. I have the right people in this room. Friendship, blood, found life. Family is life itself. Safety. Oh boy. Prosperity. In fact, I need to curate all these answers and probably put them in a poster or a banner like that and just paste family. This is what it is. That'd be a beautiful thing to do. Anchor, love. Oh my goodness. And there are no wrong answers in this at all. There are no wrong answers. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your. I mean, family is the heartbeat of the society, and that's why your role as practitioners is important. Okay, I have two people in the room. So before we go into the main content of today's meeting, I want you to hear from two persons who have experienced the impact of this journey firsthand. Because it's one thing for me to tell you that what this program is about, yes. But it's another thing for you to hear from people who have walked through it and are applying it in real life. So just two testimonials. I would take, they say ladies first, so Sean, you will chill, take a drink, probably a bottle of Coke, or I can't say champagne. Today is Sunday. All right, so let me call Sarah Onoyemi. Sarah, tell us, what was the experience like for you?
Thank you so much, Mr. Juwon. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody, wherever you're joining from, Nigeria, US, Canada. Can you hear me?
You say you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So my name is Sarah Onoyemi. I am a trained counselor, and I just recently graduated from FSEC. So, and I'm excited to share my experience while I was in class and the transformation that happened. So for me, this journey is deeply personal. So growing up, I experienced some challenges in my own family as a teenage girl back then that left me with just one thing. And it's a passion for family life, the passion to help families live in harmony, and the passion to help people break dysfunctional cycle. So, but before I joined FSEC, I had the privilege to be mentored by a couple who had done marriage counseling for over 3 decades. And while I was with them, I could see that they had this powerful passion to really help couples. But something always, left me worried. It's the fact that after sitting for hours with some of these couples, um, resolving issues, the same couples come back after like maybe weeks, sometimes after months, and still come back to talk about the same things that they had discussed about for like couple months back. And so I saw my mentors, my mentor, feeling really drained because after sitting with couples for hours, they are still coming back struggling with the same thing. So I started to ask myself, I said, something must be wrong somewhere. I'm not sure what it is, but I know this cannot be the ideal. After sitting with couples for hours and then they are coming back struggling with the same thing. So eventually I encountered FSEC, and so the first thing that interests me about FSEC is the Oyela tools that was talked about. The Oyela tools was described as a tool that can help us accurately diagnose marital problems within minutes and then provide adequate intervention. Immediately I saw that, I knew this was the missing link. I knew this is what my destiny has been waiting for. So I did not even think about it. I jumped right into it. And then, I started the program. And so I had my expectation fully packed. I wanted to come in to learn about how I can support family, in a very effective way. So the first experience I had in class was, gaining clarity and the confidence to be able to help families. Remember, I said that I had wondered what was wrong, why my mentors would sit with couples for hours. So my first couple weeks into the class, I had begun to see the clarity that I need, and I had built the confidence that I need to be able to help support couples. In addition to that, I experienced a powerful mind shift. And I remember one of the statements that changed everything for me was Mr. Praise saying that we cannot be the one judging the people that we are sent to. So, as someone with a religious background, that was just like a light bulb moment for me, because that moment I realized that I had held some limiting beliefs in my mind that was even stopping me from helping couples, even though I had the passion. That was not the only thing. 6 weeks into the program, I had started earning by using the tools that I was taught in the class to help people around me. So before that time, people saw that I had the passion. They would come to me, I would help, but I wasn't earning much. But just few weeks into the class, I had started earning. And one of the mind-blowing things for me was also the instructors. They brought their best to the class. In fact, there was one day I was asking, I said, how did IFED, how did they get this very exceptional instructors? They were always ready to answer questions. So all through the class, I never felt like I was alone. I never felt like I didn't know what I was doing, because they were ready to answer my question. So here is what I'm going to say. If you are that person who want to feel, you want to make impact, you want to feel confident to be able to support and help families, and you also want to make income, FSC is the place to be. So for me, this course didn't just equip me and gave me the knowledge that I needed. It also provided an enabling environment for me to thrive, and that's something that I love about FSC. They don't just equip you and leave you hanging. They give you all the support you need, literally holding your hands to help you succeed. So for me, finally, FSC was not just about the certificates that I got, it was about the transformation. It has changed me, it has changed my family, and now it's also impacting the families that I'm sent to help. So FSC is the place to be. Don't think about it. Don't even process it. There is nothing like FSC as far as I'm concerned in Africa today. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Intentional Love Coach. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you for sharing your testimony. I'm glad to hear that you're already earning money. That is a major cocoa. Sheon, are you ready for me?
Yeah, yes, I am. Good evening,
Please
sir.
shoot. Share your story.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Coach Joan. He was actually my syndicate leader while I was in training. Um, Thank you for this opportunity. I'll start by saying, uh, I started my passion kick started when I was a teenager. I got to meet PF. I started consuming so many materials. I was in 200 level when someone introduced me to him. And I've heard him talked about this magical tool that can solve the problem of couples. And I've not had the opportunity to meet him. There was a time I wrote the office. I said, can I intern in the office during my break? And the email came back saying, unfortunately, we currently don't accept people at the moment. I felt heartbroken, but I said, no, we keep going because I've seen my dad do so many things in marriage. Till now, he's still one of the leaders in the counseling unit of the church. Still living room growing up was like a mini customary court where they settle family issues here and there. They might be there, I won't be able to eat dinner till sometimes 11 when they finish speaking with the people that are in the living room. I'm like, we can't continue like this. But my vision and passion took me to a place where I started helping people with the native intelligence I had and with what I've learned from different books I'm reading. But I could see the result is somewhat limited because I don't have a structured system to take people through from point A to point B. Then I grew up to a place, sometimes when you're financially challenged, you don't have the financial wherewithal to do what you want to do, but you can make do with so many things. I listened to PF, listened to so many of his material, but when I had the financial wherewithal to go for it, I went for this course and I must confess it's a deliverance session. That's what I've been calling it from the day one we started. It's a deliverance session. And I will implore you to come and experience it for yourself. My mind shifted from 0 to 100 in the second class. Because when PF came, I'm in the UK and I work in an environment where we have gays and, what have you there. The way I see them was how can I relate with these people? I see them like the lowly of low with the kind of nurture that I had growing up. But when PF came to class, I asked the question when he was talking about, oh, I helped some gay people come back to normal. I was like, oh, that's weird because I know the way I perceive them. And I asked the question in class, and he said, are you a Christian? I said, yes. He said, when Abraham was told by God that he will become a father of nation, did he say a Christian nation, a Muslim nation? Then if you are a seed of Abraham, why should you bless just the people of your faith? Why can't you bless people that, believe something different from you? My mind shifted from 0 to 100. Now, the gay guys in my office are my best friend, and I got to know that deep down, beneath the gay appearance, there is more that one can help them with. That's my number one takeaway from FSEC. Number two was my confidence level increased geometrically because when you are not sure how to diagnose a problem, when you are not sure how to create a solution, you don't come with confidence. You have to listen, and you start doing try and error. But when I handled my first client after we were handed the Oyela 2, my God, I look like a magician. It was like I was working magic, and the couple were like, do you know what? Nobody has ever taken us to this place where he took us. I'm like, no, I've not even started. Wait, let me finish. Now I've finished. I'm ready to take territories as I am now. I'm ready to reimagine family, to reform nation. That's actually the mantra for me now. And I can tell you categorically, the way you deliver your services will change, will improve. You will have the best tool to help you attack any situation. I can tell you that one for free. And also, value for money is guaranteed because you will get the value you are paying, even more than the value you bargain for. Because what will actually limit what you will get from this course is actually the container you are coming with. Don't be like that widow that came with that they said go and borrow vessel, you borrowed only 7. Borrow limitless vessel as much as you can, because every of your vessel will definitely get filled. I can assure you that. So if you're thinking, if you're doubting, if you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to take it, please take it. If it's financial, you know what? You can always do it. You can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Try as much as possible. Be on this course, and I can tell you the amount you are paying is just like a tiny fraction compared to what you are going to get. Move from 0 to 100 within 12 weeks. That's the summary of the course. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing, Sheon. Thank you so much. There's no wasting time. I think Sheon and Sarah have told us. So now for the second installment, to fully understand what it means to really be a family life practitioner, what the role looks like, why it's needed now more than ever, how this program is structured to equip you. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the family strategist himself, the Odogu of the Institute of Family System Engineering, of the Institute of Family System Engineering, my brother and my friend, Praise Fowowe. Please make welcome Praise Fowowe.
Hello, Juwan. Juwan, my brother,
Hi,
my billionaire brother. Bobo. Well, that's my brother. He's eating money alone in Nigeria. He's left me in America.
Don't shout too much. Don't say it too much. Don't say it too much.
Juwan, I'm yet to see your tithe. Eh? You're just sitting alone in that family life.
Don't worry, I'm putting it together.
To me. Okay, good to see all of you. It's good to be here. Thank you very much, Juwan. The first thing I want us to do is please, can you put on your cameras? I need to see my African brothers and sisters. You know, the way I love to do my thing is to get us dancing first off. Okay, so put on your cameras. I want to see you guys dance. We are Africans, right? We're Africans. So let's dance.
African, big boys, come out and play. JJC, we don't die, we multiply. You wanna mess with me, right? Say hello to my little friends, Africans. This one is a remix. Make a couple calls doing me a remix. Couple guys say they're down for the remix. This is the African Unite remix. Yo, if you got money in the bag, let me see your African sky. Tribal sky, migrant sky. Ha, they're all African sky.
I'm an African, yes I am. Like Obama, yes we can. Be what? President of your country, understand? Make where we coming through with my people, not that clan. I got a master plan, we will never fall, united we stand.
We are Africans. We are Africans. We are Africans. Come on, Africans. Yeah, we are Africans. I can't hear you. We are Africans. Louder. We are Africans. Come on, Africans.
I'm so proud that you can see I'm an African Nubian queen with a Jamaican mix. Watch me move my body and swing my hips. Ay, sweet with ebony lips. Vibes you can never eclipse. If you wanna be African, let me give you a tip. Scream it out.
Back in the days, want to call it. Now we're taking it back. One minute, wanna go down, see him, I'll you. And I'm saying to my boom, my DNA. Got strength from my bicep like Tyson. Still full of my culture and Bolton. Moleno like a rude, they love me like an woman. De Leo.
We are Africans. We are Africans. We are Africans. Yeah, we are Africans. I can't hear you. We are Africans. We are Africans. Come on, Africans.
Carry me.
You guys are not beginning well. Come on, let's do it.
We are warriors, we are one to the storm and double and see. So many don't know about the lingo. Why my dogs is screaming out the window.
From the get-go, crude oil in the petrol. And for the slaves to pass down, man, with rep bells. I'm an African everywhere I get low. Milk that when it's all done, we'll let go. Be the best, y'all, we keep it easy. Not too much skills, too much of easy. So best believe that at the top of the range where we at, we're still helping out that rehab.
We are Africans. We are Africans. We are Africans. Come on, Africans. Yeah, we are. I can't hear you. We are Africans. We are
so far, leading by far. The biz is bizarre, trying to Usain Bolt our culture. Muhammad Ali, the industry, Tiger Woods, bump hard till I'm out the hood. I handle them like Hamilton. No mistakes, no breaks, two hands, too good. Break another record, add a little truth for the record. DJ in the booth, put the needle on the record. Watch as I wreck it, let me hear who put a record. African Caribbean mix, West Indian African twist. 5 continents, 7 seas, we cross these. Best believe we're the it after the shit.
We are Africans. We are Africans. We are Africans.
Okay, put your hands together for yourself. Put your hands together for yourself. I am super, super proud of you all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. I'm super excited. I mean, we are Africans and we have to be proud of ourselves. I wear the banner of Africa everywhere I go. I am in Dallas, Texas, and I'm super proud, unrepentantly African. There is nothing wrong with us. We are a people who are very unique in our own right, and we have solutions that the world needs. So don't look down on yourself. I mean, I've walked across the various continents of the world, maybe almost all the continents right now. I can tell you for free, there is nothing special. It's just about packaging. Africans are Africans. We have a whole lot. The problem is we don't believe in what we have, and so it looks like we don't have enough. And I love it the way Fela Drotoye puts it. It is not what you don't have that limits you. It is what you have, but you don't know how to use. So I am super excited to have joined you all today. How was day one? If you have one word to describe yesterday, what would that one word be? Can I say it on the chat box? What is the way to describe, the best way to describe yesterday's experience for you? Can I say it on the chat box? I'm waiting. Oh, bomb. Okay, Abiola said it was a bomb. Fantastic. I trust Jim Dima. Okay, you will need that song. Okay, awesome. Clarice say awesome. Where are the other people? Enlightening, electrifying, amazing. It was huge, great, insightful, inspirational, cool, fantastic. I'm loving this. Okay, so if you are ready for today, can you type yes, 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 yes? Let me see if you're ready for me today. Can you type yes? Are you ready? Africa, are you ready? Africa, are you ready? Okay, good. I'm super excited. My name is Praise Fowowe, and I'm super excited and fired up for tonight's session. You're going to be patient because I'm going to be sharing with you what I think will totally transform your life. Let me tell you this, whether you have been practicing or you have never practiced in your life, you want to join this field, you want to be a family life professional, you are in the right place. If you have been practicing and you have been using native intelligence and then you're spending 3 hours, 5 hours. I mean, I see some practitioners tell me they spend 5 hours to listen to couples. I'm like, where? You're wasting your life. Hey, you shouldn't spend, to diagnose any marital issue should not take you more than 15 minutes. Max time, 15 minutes. Anything more than that shows that you are still living in the dark ages. There are new ways of doing these things. Well, so I'm super excited. Well, it's day 2, so let's get started. Well, day 1 reflection, the summary of what Dima was saying yesterday is that the best way to predict the future is to actually create it, right? You create the future not from the seen, but from the unseen. Because once you are comfortable with the unseen, you can create the seen. And that has been the story of family system engineering certification. There was a time when we finished the entire programming, we were not comfortable to put it because we're in South Africans, we're going to buy it. And then, like I always say to people, I took a trip and I went to sit with my mentor, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, and then he took a look at it. He said, Praise, what do you want to do? I said to him, I'm looking for affiliation with a school in the US so that I can bring it back to Africa and it will be family system engineering certification, US certified. And he looked at it and he said to me, he said, son, this is one of the most complete framework I have ever seen. I have 2 advice for you. Option 1, take it for affiliation, but they are going to balkanize it for you that when it gets back to Africa, you won't recognize it again. And or go back to Africa, trust the process, put it in the market and watch what will happen. And that was exactly what we did. Today, the rest is history. We are now in 21 countries, practitioners who are using this framework, using this model, and now they are having incredible result with people of various continents, people of various tribes and tongues. In fact, right now, we say it in America that family system engineering is the only model that combines therapy, coaching, strategy, and systems intelligence. You will never find any other framework that combines those four. Usually you have frameworks that pure therapy or pure coaching or pure strategy or pure system intelligence. You even hardly have that. This combines the four. Well, before we go ahead, I always have a prayer. I pray with my practitioners. So if you are there, can you pray this with me? Can you read it together? If you can unmute yourself, that'll be fine. If you can't unmute yourself, that's okay. Okay, so if you're ready, I am ready. 1 to go. I am worthy of whatever I desire to earn from the incredible value I had to humanity. I deserve much more than I charge because I save lives every day, much more than the world can imagine. My clients attain clarity and achieve their desired result while I also achieve my financial goals. I'm a family life coach and I keep the world happy. You know, whenever I go out and people ask me, Praise, what do you do? I don't tell them I'm a family life coach or I'm a family life professional. No, what do you do? I tell them I make your life better. And they're like, how? How can you make my life better? Because everybody wants their lives better. It's a conventional starter for me. So when I say I make your life better, people will look at me and they're like, how do you do that? Well, I say to them, I have a framework called family system engineering. It can accurately diagnose whatever you're going through, and it can give you a framework to make your life better. Then people they want to talk to me, they want to pay me money, and they want me to use that framework. By the time I deploy Oyela and I send them their result, my God, it's always mind-blowing. My clients are running helter-skelter. They say, how did you know so much about us? We haven't even said anything. And I say, because Oyela does not lie, right? And that's why you've got to be proud of what we have produced out of Africa, because I don't know of any other diagnostic tools that has the accuracy that we boast of right now. So my journey into family systems engineering started many years ago. I share the story so that I can encourage you, because remember I said the summary of yesterday is that you can make something happen out of the unseen, right? I studied accounting, first degree in school, but then as a child, I've always asked questions. They will give me a knock. Oh, what question are you asking? Keep quiet. You know the way we do in Africa, right? So when I was in year 2 on campus, the only reason I was studying accounting was because I had an uncle who was an accountant and he was very wealthy. So I assumed that the only way to be wealthy is to be an accountant. But I started to struggle. But from year 2, I was the guy that ladies will come and meet and say, Praise, this guy is asking me out. What should I say? How should I respond to him? I was still the same guy the guys would come and meet to say, we want to talk to this girl. What do you think I should say? How do you think I should ask her out and things like that? So I was on both sides. And here was I studying accounting. If you have been a student of accounting, you know how tasking that course can be. And so I would spend more time in the library studying books on psychology, studying books on sociology, looking for every material I could find, right? And then every time my room is packed, people are asking for counsel. I was music director. I had the 2 ladies in choir, and they all had all kinds of relationship issues. So I was looking for solutions for them. Now, when I left school and I got back to Lagos, I started rehabilitating commercial sex workers. From that day, I got a job with the legendary Bimbo Dukoya. So Pastor Bimbo Dukoya, if you know her, she was like #1, but she was a Christian counselor, #1 in Nigeria at the time, well demanded for. I was producing the tapes and head of a media team. And then I looked for every other person practicing professionally. There was only one person I could find, went to intern with him, but I didn't like the procedure and the processes. So I kept asking when I left paid employment, why do marriages work? Why do they fail? So I wanted to go to America to study family science. Then my father passed and I didn't have money to go. So I was like, okay, what can we do? So I decided to study marriages that have worked, 25 couples. My mother belonged to one prayer group, introduced me to quite a number of them. So I was going and asking questions. Why is your marriage working? Almost all of them have done between 40 years to 65 years of marriage. The highest person has done 65 years in marriage. I'm the youngest, I've done 40 years in marriage. And all of them were telling me, oh, it's prayer, it's prayer, it's prayer. But I know people who were prayer warriors whose marriages collapsed. So I asked them for permission to study them over a period of time. And that was what we did with my team. We studied them, and then we built a framework that is now known as Family System Engineering. Now, when we took this framework to the US for the Family Life Coaching Association conference, they took a look at it, and the president was the one that came out and say, this is the only model that combines therapy, strategy, coaching, and systems intelligence, right? And so you need to understand that when I started out, nobody wanted to pay me anything. For 6 years, nobody touched me with anything, right? Because people were skeptical. I couldn't even come out because I was like, what will they say, and all those kind of things. But you know, today it's a different ballgame entirely. We have, you know, professionals, practitioners who are doing over 100 million right now, just by being practitioners and by doing this full time, by finding their niche. We have people who do, you know, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, you know, on part-time basis. And we have people who don't do anything because they don't follow instructions. But you see, one of the core things you need to understand is that family system engineering is the game changer for you. And so you can see me, that was me with Pastor Isaac Oyedepo when I had to go and implement an entire system for their church in North America. You can see some of the meetings we've had. That was us in class. It used to be a physical class, but now it's virtual. That was me implementing the curriculum Lagos State is using for premarital counseling right now. Was a curriculum I developed as well. You know, I've done a whole lot, traveled across the world, being on the board of Family Life Coaching Association in America. I was on the executive board. I was conference chair planning committee. You know, right now, most of their conferences, I'm on the keynote duty. So I know that what we have as Africans truly work. And that's why we say that the day Africa decides to rise, the whole world will become healed. And you are that African that needs to rise. The day you wake up in your community to say, not on my watch will marriages break. Not on my watch will young people get it wrong. If you go on social media, you would see all kinds of emergency relationship coaches giving advice that is going to make people's life more miserable. Telling people do's and don'ts, telling them, oh, they are teaching all kinds of extremism, which is not going to help people. If you follow me on Facebook, you'd realize that every time I come to write on an issue that is trending, you see the comments. Everybody says, oh, wow, this is a different, and people are sharing. Why? Because of Family System Engineering framework. It creates a balance that even if you are the devil, you will comment that this is so good, right? So the day you arise, the world will be healed. And so you need to understand that there is a crisis in Africa. The crisis is, as it stands today, the ratio of mental health workers to clients in Africa currently stands at 1.4 mental health professional to 100,000 people. Let's even ratio it down to 2. So it means for every 2 of you, there are 100,000 people waiting for your expertise, right? And that is scary. So it means that people are at the mercy of native intelligence people, funny people who tell them to do stuff that doesn't even make sense. I'll give you an example. I was working with this couple. The first case one of the first cases I handled in America. They had booked for a session, right? And then I just wanted to do clarity session. I don't administer my questionnaire. And then I was expecting 2 people to show up. Then 8 people showed up in my office. I thought it was family therapy, but they didn't look like they were family members. So I was like, I thought 2 of you were coming. They said no, that the relationship was a polyamorous relationship. Polyamory is a kind of relationship where husband and wife decides to bring other people into their relationship. To say, okay, I'm the husband, I want to bring in an extra woman. My wife says, I want to bring in an extra man. So that was what they did. And then the people they brought in also brought their own people. So they had become like 8. Now, the problem they were having was they were enjoying it, but the original woman didn't want it anymore. So they were going to break and split. But the real problem is that the other people were feeling heartbroken. So my job was to make them go their ways amicably and manage their hurt and pain. I mean, those are the kind of things we see in America. Now, I had to do that, but then when I finished, I asked the original people, how did you get to this level? Guess what happened? They went for therapy with a professional to say that their marriage was becoming boring. And part of what the professional had recommended or insinuated was that have they thought of spicing up their marriage? And so subtly, polyamory was introduced to them. Now, if you are the custodian of truth, as an African, you don't rise up, you don't stand, you don't bring out your loudspeaker and shout at the top of the market square that you are the best that exists in Botswana, that you have the best framework in Cameroon, that you have the best model in Ethiopia, that you have the best thing in South Africa, in Swaziland, in all these parts of the world. If you don't come out and tell people I have what works, if you don't get on TikTok, if you don't get on Instagram, then you have no reason to complain when people who are teaching error are taking over your territory. What separates us from the rest of the world isn't just competence issue. It's often esteem and lack of belief in our solution. And that's something that I believe, because there is so much to do in this field than the people that are available. It's just like when Jesus says that the harvest is plenteous, but laborers are few. We have skilled laborers. This sector has a lot of multiple opportunities, personal coaching to group coaching to organizational EAP to report preparation, all sorts of things. You can stay in the NGO space and make a lot of money. You can stay in government circles and you can do your private practice. There is so much to do, because a lot of people are struggling. So today, we are going to go into the new rules of family life practice for transformational result, because the old rule is no longer working. There are about 10 rules, but then we're just going to dwell on 5 for the purpose of today's session and for the purpose of our time. Now, how many of you are ready? Are you still with me? Can I see a yes? Let me check. Can I see a yes? Can I see a yes? Can I see a yes? Let me be sure that you guys are following. Okay, are you still here? Okay, yes, 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 yes. Fantastic. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Okay, this is good. Fantastic. So, the first rule or the first law is the law of borderlessness. Now, you see, the old rule is that you function within your geographical space. The new rule is if your practice is not borderless, what comes to you will be limited. So I'll give you an example. When I was in Nigeria, I left Nigeria 4 years ago. When I was in Nigeria, before COVID happened, I told my team, build me a studio in the house. I didn't know they were going to shut the entire world, but I'm a student of history, and I know I have an idea of what happens around the world at various cycles every 100 years. So in fact, I told some pastors, I'd asked them what will happen if the world shuts down. They told me it was never going to happen. Right? It was during COVID, all of them started calling me to say, Praise, you didn't tell us that God told you. I said, no, God did not tell me, but I instinctively and based on data, I could literally predict the future. And so the day they completed the studio in my house was the day COVID started. Now, when COVID started, imagine you are a family life professional, you had an office space, people were coming to you, then COVID started and you had no online presence. Let's say you were making $3,000 every month before. Your life is over during COVID. You will literally become broke. And COVID was the period many more people had needs because they were not used to staying with themselves. So I created a lot of products. For example, people couldn't go on vacation. I created Neuro Vacation, where I took them mentally on vacation to their favorite spot and I earned money. Every 2 a.m. Nigerian time, I taught a class, and that was strategic. I started teaching that class 2 a.m. Nigerian time because I knew that would be evening in other parts of the world. The moment I started doing that, a lot of people from America, UK, Canada started reaching me to say they had issues. Guess how much I was charging? I was charging $3,200 for my bouquet to work with them for, I think, 8 weeks. And then that was the first time I noticed that people don't have a problem paying. They only want ease of payment. And so me, I'd opened an account in America. And so I'd also opened the PayPal account in America. I knew that the way they earn and pay abroad is that people want to pay in bits, right? And because their card was not a problem, that was how I started earning. Now, I had moved my family to Canada. From Nigeria, I was earning in Forex that my family could live a comfortable life, in Canada. That was the way I was living, right? And so in my private practice, I saw firsthand, what if I didn't have an online presence? What if I had not gone borderless? Right? The FSC tools helps you work from anywhere in the world, because all I was doing was administer the questionnaire Oyela, and then they filled it, they brought it back, I wrote their report and sent it back to them. The report is 96% accurate. They look at it based on data and they're asking me. In fact, there was one husband who said he will never work with anybody. Why will he bring his matter to another person? By the time I sent his report to him, I told him, don't come, just fill a questionnaire. When he got his report, he called me and he said, sir, are you a prophet? I said, why did you ask? He said, because there are things in this report that I had not told my wife. I started laughing. I said, that's the power of Oyela. Oyela reveals all things, right? And the guy said, sir, I have never worked with anybody, but I would work with you, right? So you must be able to work with clients from anywhere you are. Whether your clients, now I work with Indians, I've worked with Chinese, I've worked with Japanese, I've worked across different countries, I've worked with all kinds of groups, the Hispanics and what have you. In fact, I'm just getting on a project right now and they're asking me if they can translate some of my materials to Spanish because of the kind of people they want us to be reaching out to. So the law of borderlessness is the first law. So the first question I'm going to ask all of you right now is that if you have a client if you have 3 clients from India, China, and India, China. So India is in Asia. Okay, China is also in Asia. So India, let me say India, Brazil. Brazil is not South America. So India, Brazil, and Finland. Finland is in Europe. 3 clients from 3 different cultures, 3 different time zones, 3 different worldview. If you have clients from there, and these 3 people are not Christians, they are not Muslims, they belong to other religion, how many of you have enough presence online, you have enough tools to successfully work with them? If you do, can you type I? If you don't, can you type nay? And you need to be very honest with yourself. If you can work with, and don't assume because they have different worldview. Okay, if you have it, can you type I? If you don't have it, type nay. Okay, I can see the nays. I can see the nays, and there's nothing wrong with you, right? It's just, and what this simply means is that you are not ready to earn globally. It's not because you cannot work with them. The problem is that you don't have the materials, you don't have the tools, you don't have the competence to go borderless. So if you're a Nigerian, you're working with, in fact, I know some people, they can only work with Christians. Some people can only work with Muslims. Some people you can only work with the people of your religion. Yet God told Abraham, through you all the families of the earth will be blessed. So it means you are not borderless, right? With FSC tools, Oyela, you are speaking the global language because it's the same situation everywhere in the world. It's contextualization that you need to have. So the law of borderlessness is asking, how well are you structured, right? Our director of study, Dima, she's presently holidaying in America. But Dima from Nigeria has clients from all over the world. Mommy Mo, she has clients all over the world. Joan is here. He has clients from different countries of the world. And if you live in Africa and you are working with people in America and the UK, by the time you do your conversion, you are blown. You have a lot of money, right? And so the law of borderlessness is number 1. And so if you have failed that test right now, it means you need to do something as a matter of urgency. Number 2 is the law of accurate and speedy diagnosis. The law of accurate and speedy diagnosis. Let me ask you the second question. What is the estimated hours you currently spend to try to understand what is wrong with troubled marriages? That's for those of you who are already counseling. If you have not been practicing, you just want to practice, you may not have to answer the question. Okay, so I want to ask, if for those of you who have been doing it maybe as a pastor, as an imam, or as a teacher, you have been advising people, what is the estimated number of hours you spend with them at the moment to trying to understand them? Can I see your answer on the chat box? What is the estimated number of hours you spend when you sit with people to say, oh, let me, okay, Kelechi, 2 hours. Gadi, 5 hours. Jeez, that's a vigil. Kanu, that's 5 hours. Whoa. 15 minutes, 20 seconds, 1 hour, 1 hour for 5 sessions, 30 minutes, okay, 3 hours. I mean, many of the people saying 2-3 hours, most likely you're a pastor, right? BA, 1 to 1.5 hours. Okay, thank you very much. You guys are my MVP. Let me tell you this, right? So imagine, let's say that you spend 2 hours to even try to diagnose the cases, to try to understand what is wrong with them. Now, how many people are you able to sit with on a daily basis? How many people can you successfully help in 1 week? That's where the problem comes. So it is not sufficient for you. Many of you are passionate, but time is money. I live in an economy where productivity is measured per hour, right? And so there are people who earn $250 per hour, some $500 per hour. Majority of the people maybe $20 to $30 per hour, right? When I got to America and they told me, oh, you know, for you to sit with people is $60 per hour, I started thinking in my head, how many $60 will I have to calculate before I hit $1,000? It didn't really make sense. So I said, no, I don't want to charge that way. I want to charge per bouquet. Where my lowest bouquet is $3,200. There are bouquets that are like $10,000, $20,000 and what have you. Now, that's not going to happen overnight. You need to grow to that level where you earn credibility and people can pay you anything. For example, if I want to do any case in Nigeria right now, if it's less than 1.5 million, I don't even get involved. I get my other coaches to do it. Right? But I grew to that level over time. Remember, I told you there was a period of 6 years that nobody touched me, but that's not going to happen for you right now because the field is now opened up. It is not sufficient to have the tools to assist clients. Speed and accuracy of your diagnostic tools make the world of difference. Let me tell you this. You are a human being. There is no way you can accurately diagnose people by listening to them. If it's the wife that first came and say he beat me, he slapped me, you will be empathizing with her until you hear the other side. But you see, what FSC Tools does for you, you have what we call OYELA. It's a data-driven methodology, right? Initially, when you started, you would realize that it's taking you some more time to write the report. But once you master it, it shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes. Once you get their data, you can analyze it, and then you can get their report ready. But you know the good thing is that should any litigation happen, they can, if they sue you, you have data. If what you are doing is native intelligence, they sue you, you can go to jail. But with your data, you can tender it that this was what they completed, and based on this was how we analyzed the report. In fact, by this time, maybe by early next year, thereabout, because we've been working on the app, it's going to be reduced to a minute. You should be able to accurately diagnose cases within a minute of your clients entering their data. That's the level we're getting to. We're doing the AI version right now. But you see, even your manual should be easy. But not just that. You don't just diagnose cases. You are able to create an intervention to say, this is, you're going to work with me for 12 weeks, for 13 weeks. I met someone in America, the first client I worked with, she has been in therapy for 7 years. You ask yourself, why would somebody be in therapy for 7 years? And she goes once every week. 7 years. I mean, she's like the woman with the issue of blood, right? 7 years in therapy. When she told me she's been in therapy for 7 years, I told her, I said, see, I have a framework that works. It's called family system engineering. It works within 13 weeks. And she told me, Praise, I don't have 13 weeks. I'm already suicidal. I'll be dead in 13 weeks. Can it work in 13 days? I told her, I've never tried it before in 13 days, but since you are desperate, let's try it. And then we started. We're meeting every day. By the 11th day, she was totally, okay. Depression, she's totally, our therapist couldn't believe. They had to ask her, where did you go? What happened? This can only be God. And I'm smiling. As at last week, she was sending me a message. She's now married. She's somewhere in Maryland. She's back to medical school. She's graduating next year. So the law of accurate and speedy diagnosis, right? That you can diagnose cases regularly with absolute accuracy and you can create intervention. And that takes me to number 3, right? Number 3 law is the law of motion sensitivity. And this law says that in the past, clients come to you, but in this age, you must master the tools that enable you go and live with them. It's called intentional signaling. If I mention Tiger Woods, what comes to your mind? Anybody? If I mention Tiger Woods, what comes to your mind? Anybody? Let me see. Or you can raise your hand. I can call you actually. Okay, Deza said golf. Okay, good. How did you know it was golf? Have you met Tiger Woods before? Anybody? Have you met him one-on-one? Have you seen him play live? You were there. You saw him. Okay, you've not met him. So how did you know Tiger Woods, it was synonymous with golf? Okay. How did you know? A global brand. You saw it on the media, isn't it? Now, if I mention your name to Tiger Woods, what will come to his mind about you? If I mention your name to Tiger Woods, what will come to his mind about you? Okay. So Tiger Woods will just be nothing. Why? Because you are not practicing the law of motion sensitivity. So when I see people say, I don't like online, I don't like all this Instagram, I don't like all this what you are saying is, I don't want to be known. I only want to be working with people in my village, people in my church, people in my corner. Unfortunately, those people, they don't want to pay you. Why? They already know you. You are their pastor, you are their cell leader, you are their imam, you are their teacher. They will even be coming for free advice. That's why in the medical profession, they say you should not work with your family members. The same thing in family life practice. Right? They don't want to pay you, so they will even be sending their friends. And if you take peanuts from them, they will tell others that they pay you peanuts. The law of motion sensitivity, it says that, you see, if you have seen the motion sensitive doors, those doors never open until you move close to them. So in the old rule, clients come to you, right? In the new rule, you go to them by showing that you are available, and then they plug into you. This is the end of the month of August. With everyone that knows me, have you asked yourself, why does Coca-Cola still do advertisement? Because they don't take things for granted. With all that people know about me, do you know that this month alone, I told myself I will go online. Every day I shoot videos for Instagram, TikTok, and the rest of them. But this month I said I will produce a content on family strategy every day. And I'll make sure it goes live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then I had that Twitch. Right? This month is 31 days. I shot 27 videos. Each of those videos is 20 minutes. And from the videos I shot, I had new people who never knew me before coming to me to say, Praise, I want to work with you. I have emails I've not even responded to. Right? So clients will come to you, but you need to go to them right now. If you graduate from class and just sit down in your house and do nothing, nobody will come to you. Right? You need to show up, and not just show up, you need to show up every day. I mean, for those of you in Nigeria, 5 months ago, if they mentioned the name Gege, you don't know him. But now, that's a new internet sensation. Why? He showed up every day. He was streaming, and those guys, what they're doing is not easy. They are streaming sometimes 12 hours. Some of them are streaming 20. Kataife is streaming 24 hours. I can't do that. And I don't advise anybody to do it because, that's a waste of time. But that's his full-time work anyway, right? But what I'm saying is that, you see, you need to position yourself in a way that they can recognize you. And when your name is mentioned, family life practice shows up. When your name is mentioned, intentional family coach, love coach, premarital counselor, or postmarital counselor, blended family, parenting, it needs to show up. The law of motion sensitivity is what many of us have violated. If you can know Elon Musk, if you can know Lionel Messi, if you are a Chelsea fan, you're an Arsenal fan, do these guys know you? If they have marital problem, will they call you? If they are not calling you, you are not collecting their money, or even in your locality, they don't really know you. Your governor, I was flying back to Nigeria in November. And fortunately, no, not November, it was on my last trip, in April. On the trip, the governor of Lagos was sitting somewhere close to me, right? And then I realized he was tired, so I didn't disturb him. So when we were approaching Lagos, maybe 1 hour before the flight landed, I walked up to him and I introduced myself. You know what he said to me? He said, I know you now, Praise Fowowe. I say, I know you very well. I know you very well. I know you just some stuff with my wife. I know you. I see you on social media. That's the governor of a state, right? You need to be recognizable. I see a lot of people say they know me. I don't know them, but I show up regularly. So you cannot sit still. You see, there's an adage that says that when you sit in the boat in the ocean, the current will take you to wherever it's going, even if you don't want to go there. The way to go to where you want to go is to paddle it. So there's what we call signal. Many of us, you can have the right signal, the wrong signal, mixed signal, or no signal. The worst life is the life that has no signal. People can attach you to anything. Right signal is you are known for one thing, premarital, and you are shooting content on premarital every day. My mentor said many years ago, a carpenter who focuses on his carpentry will soon become the carpenter. You know the difference? Definite and indefinite article, right? And so if you show up consistently, that's right signal, right? And the platform you are showing up, I can tell you, if you are showing up on Facebook, you are literally showing up for people within our generation, the 35-year-olds and above. Those are the people you are reaching out to. If you are showing up on Instagram, you are in between my generation and a bit of the younger generation. If you are on TikTok, you are literally talking to Gen Zs and Gen Alpha. Basically, if you're on Twitch, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, right? If you're on LinkedIn, you are talking to professionals. Professionals can pay, right? And so you need to know there is a formula around these things, right? And so, but if you show up today, so let me ask you a question. If you do an audit of your page right now, I believe all of us are on one social media or the other, whether Facebook or Instagram. I believe you're on one. If we audit your page, and I want you to do a mental audit of your page right now, right? What do you think will come to anybody's mind when they get to your page? I want to put your answer on the chat box. Does it look like, are you specific? Are you consistent with one signal, or you are sending mixed signal? Let me explain it. Right signal means if I come to your page, I can literally see that this guy is a family life coach. I can see that this guy is an accountant. I can see he's an engineer. I can see that this guy is a pastor. Right? That's right signal. Wrong signal is, you think you want to be a family life professional on social media, but then your page is full of church activity, church program, Pastor Nathaniel Bassi, Pastor Jerry, that's what is full. That's wrong signal. You don't want to be a pastor, but that's what you are sending. Mixed signal means that if I come to your page, there are so many things there. We don't know whether you're a pastor. We don't know whether you're an engineer. You are just anywhere benefits, right? No signal means nothing is there. The last time you posted was 2001, right? So based on these definitions, if I come to your page or if you audit your page, what kind of signal do you think you have? Can I see? Okay, Temitayo says marriage clinicians, mixed signal. Let me see. I need you guys to be responding in the chat box. Okay, mental health, Ademayawar, right? Mixed signal, Tina. Okay, where are the other people? Right signal, wrong signal, mixed signal, no signal. Right? Family bonding, that's what they see. Uchena. Okay, Chidera, teenage issue, a self-esteem coach, abuse awareness, pastor, mixed, nothing. Aha, okay. Mixed signal, right? Single diagnostic coaching, mixed signal, faith-based counseling, teen coach. Okay, it looks like some of you are niching already, right? But you need to take it to the next level. When I started, that was what my mentor said to me. Dr. Miles said, praise, choose one thing that nobody's talking about and give it your best shot. When it takes you to the market, you can diversify. So when people ask me, come and speak on holiness, I declined it. I really, really wanted to speak. I know I'll get honorarium, but no. Because people, if they know that you are very good, they'll begin to give you topics. Don't allow people give you topics. You choose your topics. Or else they are going to mess you up and then your audience is confused. And that takes me to number 4, thereabout. The law of constant and never-ending improvement. This one says that the rate of new information is faster than usual. Hence, the need to align with a community that promotes continuous development and innovative tools. See, before now, they said that the rate of information changes every 6 months. Now, it looks like it changes every 2 weeks. What you thought you knew yesterday, I mean, I'm on TikTok for the first time. I've always had the account, but I've never been functional there. But I'm learning. I felt very vulnerable. The first time I went on TikTok, maybe about 3 weeks ago, they literally swindled me because those children were smart. They were just telling me, you need to do giveaway. I was doing giveaway, right? Until I went to meet one of my mentees who I know was earning like $400 on TikTok every day that it shows up. And I had to ask him, it's not about the money for me. I want to reach that generation on TikTok. Then he had to take me through. This is how you do it. This is how you position. Then I checked some of my videos. We're already doing 36,000 views, 45,000 views. I realized that I should actually focus more on TikTok than Instagram. So now from next week, I'm going to do a lot more on TikTok. Then I'm already doing well on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I am professional to the core. I'm very bullish on LinkedIn. So you have to constantly improve yourself. You have to belong to a community that challenge you. Every month, I'm doing mentoring for family life professionals across Africa, right? And so last week, Thursday, I was teaching them something. But we have an entire community that when you finish your certification, you belong. If you're having any challenge, you just put the question there. There are people waiting to help you, helping to help you set up. You're having this challenge, I don't know how to do this. There are people ready to help you. Because it's no longer a journey you can go alone. It's a journey you have to go with people who know what they are doing. Some of my colleagues put me on my toes. I literally mentored most of them. But right now, there are some of them doing better than me. Why? Because they have mastered the law of constant and never-ending improvement. And that takes me to the final law, which is the law of audacity. Audacity says that ideas are placed on a frequency and it responds to the fastest finger with enough audacity to fill the space in the value chain. Okay, before I explain this, if you are getting value, can you type I? If you are getting value, can you type I? 139 people on the call. If you are getting value, can you type I? Let me see. Okay. This is lovely. I'm glad that you guys are learning. The law of audacity, right? It says ideas are placed on frequency. Let me say this to you. Never, ever, in fact, never, ever think that whatever you think God is telling you, you are the only one God is telling. I don't know if it has happened to you before. You had an idea in your mind. You didn't share with anybody. You just kept it, you wrote it down. You believed that you were the only one. You had monopoly over that idea. You were exclusive. In fact, you could brag. God showed up in my room. He said, my son, this is your idea. And you were so sure, right? And you did nothing with it. And then one day you turn on the TV and you realize that someone has executed it. If that's happened to you before, can you type hi? Right? God puts ideas on a frequency. He responds to the fastest finger. So don't think that idea you are going to frustrate God's plan by doing nothing about it. Somebody says that when you are messing up, somebody else is warming up. Every idea in your mind, God is putting it in other people's mind. The person that runs with it first is the one that becomes the owner. So many people, your ideas that you are hiding, they've gone to patent it because you keep postponing, you keep procrastinating. You cannot frustrate God. Don't think you are too special. You are the custodian of God. You know, when I see us talk in Africa sometimes, the way we talk as if we're in God's bedroom. We are the only ones he's talking to. No. God is talking to some guy in India. He's talking to some guy in China. He's the God of all flesh. So you need to be audacious. You need to show up. And you see, sometimes in starting out, you do it afraid. Right? The people that should support you are not the ones that was, when I started out, my immediate constituency was church. So I assumed that church people will support me the most. No, the greatest problem I had when I started out was from church people. But I did not allow that deter me because I understood that they were not bad people. They didn't just understand me at that time and they didn't understand the framework. They say, you want to bring a psychology to school, to church. You want to bring this thing to they were talking. It was going to, in fact, one day I was in London. I was taking a session and some people had said a lot about me. And that day I wanted to quit. And I called my mentor and he said, Praise, if you quit, you would have given leadership to them. Have they solved the problem you are solving? I said, no. He said, so go ahead. And that was me. I went back and I said louder. You see, if you're not a Christian, pardon me, I'm going to use this example. Joseph started having a dream in the Bible. They contended with his dream. But you know what the Bible says? He dreamt another dream. You have to keep dreaming. You have to keep showing up. There's a guy in Nigeria called Ndaboski. Some of you know him. Ndaboski, most of the time, half of the time, is talking rubbish. And pardon me, I mean, because I struggle to understand what he's saying. I am the liquid matter. I am the war. I am the fire. I am the. But guess what? You know him. Why do you know him? He's audacious. People follow him. He's showing up. He's saying the things that doesn't make sense to me, but make sense to the people following him. That's why I said to people, if you show up today and say you are number one in Botswana, they'll first laugh at you. If you come again tomorrow, you say I'm number one in Botswana. Family Life Space, I define Botswana. They will still laugh at you. If you come tomorrow, next tomorrow, every day, you say, oh, this is Victor, number one family life coach in Botswana. Nobody does it better. They will laugh at you after a while. If they want to talk to you, they want to gossip about you to other people, guess what they will say? There is that useless Victor who says he's the number one family life coach in Botswana. You know what they are doing? They are doing marketing for you. Why? Because you are audacious enough to call yourself what you want them to call you. And so those ones will gossip. Those ones will gossip. That's how they are doing free marketing for you. In no time, everybody say, that Victor, that number one family life coach in Botswana. See, if you don't show up, if you don't light your light, if you hide it on a bush shell, nobody will see you. You've got to be precise. You've got to be, you know the things I've dared before. When I was in Nigeria, I walked out on a first lady because they were wasting my time. I was young. They looked at me. The eight of the first lady were very upset. I said, no, you paid me to come here for 1 hour. You have wasted my time. So I'm going to speak for 15 minutes and drop the mic. And I spoke for 15 minutes and I dropped the mic. And I walked out. The first lady begged me, said, please, can you take 10 minutes extra on my watch? Next time we will not be late. So I took 10 minutes and I left. Ed called me after the meeting. He said, praise, curiously, we are very upset with you, but I want to know, what were you going to do next that you left the meeting? I told her, I said, that the next thing on my schedule for that time was sleep. You know what she said to me? She said, you are mad. You left a state function to go and sleep. I said, yes, because I always plan my day ahead of time. But guess what? That evening, that night, the first lady herself called me. He said to me, said, praise, I have been the first lady of this state for 3 years. Nobody has ever forced me to do what is right. He said, by that action that you took today, we will never start any meeting late. And I've told all my aides that as long as I'm the first lady of this state in Nigeria, you must always speak whenever we have an event. Right? Audacity. But I saw other people, they were okay for them to be waiting. No, I'm not. I am audacious. I dare things. See, let me tell you. You will hear it first here. I'm on a mission to define family life industry in America. That's my next project. It doesn't make sense. It may not make sense to you, but that's what I see. Right? My father used to say to me, he said, shoot for the moon. If you can't hit the moon, you will land among stars. Rather than I will sit down and say, let's just conquer my state. Let's just conquer. No. I don't want to conquer Africa. I want to conquer the world. I want the materials I'm producing to be translated to various languages and to be used in various schools across the world. Audacity. What are you daring? How much do you want to make? Who do you want to become? Do you want to redefine Africa? Do you want to redefine your nation such that anytime, in fact, for some of you from African countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, you should, for hearing me today, you should dare to be number one in your country. Right? Audacity. When I said we'll create a family life industry in Africa, they told me it can never be done. Oh, they said go and become a pastor. That's the only way to gather people. When I said we will do certification program, it cannot be done. But everything we said has become a reality. Audacity. So, having taught you 5 of the 10 rules today, which of these rules do you need to activate in your practice right now? Can I see your response? Which of the 5 do you need to activate right away? Okay, somebody say audacity. So many of us, the real problem is low self-esteem. We don't think we're good enough. You think people are going to laugh with you. See, you are not, it's not your news that you're exposing. You are sharing your knowledge, and at whatever level you are, there are people waiting to hear you. So you have to take your truth out there. For some of you have never started. You have not even started anything. It's a good place to start. It's a good time to show up. It's a good time to learn what you need to learn. So don't look down on yourself, right? Because oftentimes the people you are afraid of are also afraid of you. So having said all of this, the question is, do you want to become the most competent family life professional the world needs? Because that's basically why we are here. I'll tell you about the future, and I'll tell you the gaps that exist, and I'll tell you why you need to take action today. The future, everybody talks about 2045. Pay attention right now. Pay attention. And I'll explain this to you. There's going to be a new world order. And the new world order in 2045 says that Asia is going to be the dominant force in the world in 2045. 2045, by the way, is 20 years from now. All of you here are still going to be alive. But many of us will be in our 50s. Some of us will be in our 60s. You know, some of us will be getting close to 70. Some of you are already 70. They are saying Asia will be the dominant force led by China and India. Africa, listen to me, will be the rising giant fueled by youth and resources. I'll come back to that. North America will be a tech and military leader, but declining in relative power. Europe, a stable but aging player with niche influence. South America, a potential energy and food powerhouse. Australia, wealthy and strategic, but not a major player. Middle East, energy wealth, but limited long-term stability. Let me come back to Africa. They said Africa will be the rising giant, fueled by youth and resources. You know what this means? It looks like a positive statement, yes, but they are saying that, what they are saying actually is that Africa will be the workforce of the entire world, right? But then they have potential to become a giant. How can they say in 20 years we'll still be a rising giant? You know what they see? Look at all the influencers in Africa. The most popular influencers, what do they teach? In fact, we have a lot of young people now in Africa who have mastered TikTok. Look at what they say on social media. What they are saying on social media is the failure of parenting and failure of family system. You talk about someone like Pella, you talk about someone like Javis, that all African young people are listening to. Look at what they say. They have a platform that can re-educate Africa, take Africa to the next level if they had proper parenting. So what they are doing is the clearest feedback. Their mates in China are already translating their platform into something else. They are creating innovation that Africa will buy because we are a consumption economy. As a matter of fact, globally, they think we are just entertainers. That's why we are leading in Afrobeat. We are leading in music. But we need to lead in intellectualism. And we need to raise children who will lead at that level to say we are not just good enough for being workers, we are good enough to lead. But guess what? The only profession that can make this happen is you. Family life coaches. We are the ones that can now start to teach families. This is how to script your children for success. This is how to raise African kids. This is what we need to do. We are the ones who run churches, who can now set up family life ministry. We are the ones who run mosques, who can now set up an Islamic premarital coaching. We can set up all kinds of things to lead. But guess what? So here is a summary of what they are saying. They are saying when it comes to global culture in 2040 rather, Europe would have lost its traditional culture. North America will retain some aspects, but will be highly globalized. South America and the Middle East, missed outcome, but still holding on to tradition. Asia and Africa, cultural strongholds that will shape the future. But the question is, what culture is African culture right now? Wherein, for the first time, our young people, they leak their news. They are having sex, but they record it and they put it on social media. Right? Asian young people are not doing that. Right? And so, the cultural stronghold that will shape the future must be intentionally built. And that culture must start from family. We are the ones, in fact, for those of you who are pastors, all the trouble you're having with your church workers is from family problem. See, nobody taught me not to steal money. My father taught me how not to steal money, to be contented. That's home training issue. Many of the workplace issues that you're having, employer coming late, employer not being honest, they are home training issue. The custodian of home training frameworks is you guys on this call. And so it means that the key to unlock the future, they say Africa and Asia will become the dominant influencers in the world. The people that will make it happen is not pastors. It's not Islamic people. The people that will make it happen are family life professionals, because every system comes out of the family. And we are the custodian of the family framework. But how do you help people build that framework when you yourself have not been taught? When you yourself have not been properly trained? And that's why it looks like we have potential, but we are not intentionally preparing. That's why we said to ourselves, every year we would ensure that we raise 1,000 family life practitioners across Africa annually. This year we've crossed like 300 thereabout, but we have to do 1,000. In fact, at the beginning of the year, we thought that, oh, we'll get some funding and get it sorted. But then President Donald Trump came and changed all the laws, and then we couldn't. But we still went ahead to say we're going to do it. And so I want you to calm down right now and just close your eyes. Right? I want to calm down and close your eyes and think through what you have learned from yesterday till now. And ask yourself a simple question. What assignment is God giving me as it concerns the destiny of Africa? What is my role? What role do I have to play in my country in ensuring that the future of Africa is outstanding? I want you to reflect. What role will you play? You will see pictures in your mind. Some of you will hear things. But what decision are you taking? Starting with your family. Because the greatness of Africa is in your hands. It's not in the hand of the government. They can't do it. It's not in the hand of many of the prayer meetings we do. That's good, but they can't do it. It's not going to raise children for us. You are the custodian. What have you decided to do from today? Awesome. I want you to open your eyes. Now, what decision have you taken? Can you put it on the chat box? Let me see. What will you do? What do you think your responsibility is? Let me see. If some of you did something while your eyes were closed, what decision have you taken from now on about the destiny of Africa, about bringing it to life, raising this next generation of leaders? What will you do from today? Right? What will you do with family? What will you do in your country? What will you do in your county or in your state or in your church or in your neighborhood? What will you do? What have you decided to do? Can I see your answer in the chat box before I wrap it up today? Okay, good. Somebody said, Mrs. Gaddy said, I'm going to be teaching on parenting. That's a critical need. Major need. Thank you very much. Right? Where are the other people? What are you going to be doing? What are you going to start doing? And you have to do it every day, influencing family values. Thank you very much, Olabisi. Mending broken homes. Thank you, Bola. Speak up and act. Good. Ensure the family pay attention to their kids. Mentoring teenagers. Give people the tools they need to make their better decision. Bring healing to injured families. Undertake training so that you can implement it. Fantastic. UK is a major area. UK youth right now in trouble. They have younger generation to make right choices. Focus on family values. Amazing. Amazing. Show up with more expertise. Good. Run premarital program. Speak to young women and women on choosing better. That's a major need. That's a major need. Amazing. Thank you guys. Keep it coming. Good. If you have decided to make this happen and bring healing to the world, then you need to understand that you need a framework. You need a framework that makes your life easy, that makes your work excellent, and that makes what you do data-driven. I've written all kinds of science papers right now. I've been to places I never knew I could get to simply because of the framework I use. Now, the FSC approach is the most comprehensive approach you can use at the moment. And it's built on 3 premises. You are able to do a root cause analysis. In fact, once you finish the course, the first thing that happens to you is that you will no longer be able to talk like every other person. Laymen look at what is happening. Professionals look at why and how. Why takes you to the root cause, how shows you the pattern. You are able to troubleshoot what is happening, interpret, and then you're able to build system. You are like magicians. When you look at a couple and you say, don't say anything to me, just complete this assessment. They complete it. You look at the assessment and you say, oh, this is what is happening in your life. As a child, you had childhood trauma, you are manifesting pseudo personality and blah, blah, blah. This is what you need to do to recapture. They are looking at you and they're like, most of the time they think we are prophets. And that's how the model is built. Coaching will not look at where you're coming from. It will just say, what outcome do you want? Let us give you the tools. No, family systems engineering takes you to the root cause, understands what you are dealing with, interprets it, and it helps you build a system to overcome it, right? And so you can literally see, this is a chart that explains the entire model, that you see practitioners experience personal wholesomeness and they are able to assist others. When you come to class, the first thing that happens to you is that it changes your life. You heal from your trauma. You apply it in your family. Then you are able to help other people. Practitioners master the power of meaning and are able to live above stress and external aggression. The output is practitioners discover how they were engineered and their patterns. And then, so you are literally getting the materials it takes to rebuild an entire society and rebuild an entire community. So the model has a comprehensive assessment to accurately diagnose the real issues, then review sessions to clarify any challenge with the professionals, and then the coaching session. So let me explain this. The model we use is, before they show up at all, right, they would have taken the assessment. The assessment alone, if that's all you are doing, you are in money. Because if you're in Nigeria, you charge like 80,000 to 150,000 for your assessment. There are people who charge 250,000 for the assessment alone. Once you submit it to them, you do a debrief with them, case closed. But if they now want to work with you, after the review session, you can tell them, I'm going to do this in 6 weeks. I'm going to do this in 13 weeks. This is what I charge, right? I charge 1.5 million. I charge 2 million. I charge $2,000. I charge $3,000, right? Data has consistently shows that at the root of many crises, based on what we've done in the last 10 years, ignorance of self, trauma-induced personality, ignorance of spouse, pseudo-personality, ignorance of marriage, ignorance of the building techniques, often backed by beliefs, and ignorance of marital enemies and how to handle them. These are the major things you will find in almost every case you are handling. And so you will be able to have all the tools, all the coaching methodology, coaching script that you don't even need to bother what you look for. This is the case. You have an entire document that shows you this is what you need to apply. This is what you need to do. All these things are made available. But you see, the most interesting part of the entire framework is the dream team. I love this one because this is a step-by-step process on how to build families that work, on how to help people build a family that is transgenerational, right? So you help them go through talent, they go through skills, you help them craft their family vision, their family values, their marital purpose, their fitness, their team spirit understanding. This is an entire framework. Usually I do this either in 11 weeks or 11 months. If I want to do an intensive work, 11 months. I don't even want to be brandishing figures. They will pay you. You can use this for an entire state, an entire group, an entire church, an entire mosque, an entire governing system. You can approach the president of your country, for those of you from other African countries, and say, I have a model that can solve this youth problem, that can solve gender equality issue. This model solves that problem. So in family system engineering, basically, you will discover your engineering system and engineer yourself to become very happy again. We call that quantum reality. So you would see why it's family systems and engineering, right? And so there's a way you were engineered. There's why you act the way you do. If you were born in Saudi Arabia, you'll be different from this you. If you were born in Japan, you will not be this you. So it means we are predominantly a product of nature and nurture, but most importantly, nurture. Right? And so you will be able to heal, master how to become a professional family life practitioner who can solve complex problems with ease. There is no complexity that I can't unmask right now. Right? Understand how to use the engineering tools to accurately diagnose marital issues in less than 20 minutes and prepare professional report. You'll be able to write professional report like you're a doctor. You'll be able to run basic family therapy, master the business of family life, become certified to work with every culture with tools that are globally relevant, and belong to a new tribe of lovers working together to create a new society. The almighty question tonight, depending on where you are, is what will you do differently to build the family life practice of your dreams and help humanity create long-lasting transgenerational changes? And so our goal at the Institute of Family System Engineering is to produce the most competent family life professionals humanity deserve, and to assist them become highly profitable across the globe within 3 months. We believe it is Africa's time. We're not going to be bound by what they're bringing from America, what they're bringing from the UK. No. Africa, we now have our model, and our model works. I had an exchange with some of my colleagues, and then they brought their model, and they say, everybody, I said, no, we don't need your model, because we have a model that works. You should come and take our model. An interesting thing that some of them have come to take the model right now, and they realize that it's so impactful and effective. So at this juncture, I want you to know that you have all it takes to become the most competent family life professional humanity deserves. The question is, are you ready to take that first step in becoming this most competent family life professional? It's a yes or no. Let me see. Are you ready? Are you willing? Are you able? Are you going to say yes, or are you going to say no? Okay, good. Looks like everyone wants to do this. Fantastic. So this is to invite you to the final cohort of Family System Engineering Certification Program for the year. It starts in September. It starts this new month. We're going into it from tomorrow. That's where it's going to start from, right? You are going to be in class. You are going to be opted into a portal. You have all kinds of courses, all kinds of programs in there. And then you will come to class once a week for 13 weeks. After 13 weeks, you will graduate. After your graduation, everything we taught you, you go and put it to field work. You do your field work. There are people that what they paid, in fact, if you are serious, you should have made back your school fees before your course ended. Somebody was testifying at the graduation on Friday that she literally made her money back before she graduated. And Juwan will tell you the same thing. That was what happened to him. If you are serious and you follow instruction, you should have made your money back, right? And so by the time you go to field, you go and practice what you have learned, and then you come back to do an exit interview, which is the final defense panel. Once you face the defense panel, you are certified, and then you are invited to the African Family Life Delegates Conference, which happens every May 15 of every year. The next one is happening in Uyo. That's the last one in Nigeria. After the one in Nigeria, we now start to go to African countries. Then you'll be given a lapel and certified as a family life professional. Now, this is how much the course costs. And please pay attention here. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. The cost is $390 US. There is no cost that is of this category that is less than $1,000. I live in America, right? I've taken $2,500, $5,000 course. I'm taking a course, starting a course in January that is about $45,000, right? But this is $390, which is like 600,000 naira. So today, you can pay a one-time fee of $351, right, and save some money, or $540. So you save like 60,000 naira. So that's option one. Option two is you can lock down your spot, right, with $100 today, right? This offer, this option, boot camp 3 installment, it ends on September 3rd, which is by Wednesday. You can lock down your spot with 150,000 naira or $100 today and spread your balance of 420,000 naira in 3 installments, in the next 3 months, thereabout. Right. But you can do 550,000. They'll put a link. You can take the link. You can sign up. You can do trade transfer. If you want to lock down your spot, because the course is always highly demanded for, and we always close our registration. But you see, you need to take that move. Now, I am going to say 2 other things, right? And I'll wrap up to take your question. So you can go ahead and start signing up. For the first time ever, we are introducing what we call students' loan. Because we've had students in times past who have asked us, do you guys have student loan? Yes, we now have student loan. So we are partnering with 2 financial institutions. One of them is a bank. The other one is another FinCon institution. right? To say that if you are taking the course and then you want to spread your payment either over 3 months, over 6 months, sorry, or over 1 year, there is a form you need to fill. They need to pre-qualify you to be sure you are qualified for that offer. And please, there are terms and conditions applied. You know, it's a financial institution. They usually have interest rates. But we have been able to negotiate their interest rate into something affordable that ensures that they don't break your neck, right? So if you are here, you want to take the loan, student's loan, please, there's a form to fill. Click on that form. The team will get in touch with you within the next 48 hours, and then they will pre-qualify you, know if you are qualified for it, and then they will sign you up for the class, and then you can spread your payments across 1 year. But you see, if I were you, I'll just pay once and close my eyes and pay once and forget about it. But trust me, if you are serious, like Juwon will tell you, within the next few weeks that you start your class, you would have made your money back. He made his money back in no time, and we are not lying, and we're not talking to you so that you can get excited, right? So get on the link. I believe the links are up right now. You want to pay once, please click on the link. You want to pay, drop $100,050, and then spread your payment across 3 months. That one, you are not marking anything up. But if you want students loan, either 6 months or 1 year, you want to spread your payment and paying small across 1 year, please click on that form, final form, and then we will be done. Now, I want you to know, guys, I want you to know that we are going to change Africa together. We're going to transform this continent. I want to appreciate you guys. When we started, we're like 139. We are still 132. And that's to tell you that you guys are hungry for change. Trust me, what you're going to get, right, is way more than what you are paying. And that is the truth. I mean, last set, we had people from Swaziland take the course. We have people from, in fact, I'm running a class for pastors in America and to help them set up family life ministries. It's $2,500. That's what they pay, right? So, but then we have to find a way to make this affordable. So 600,000 naira, right? Make sure, don't even second guess it. Go ahead for it. And you have no excuse. At least worst case scenario, do financing. We've ensured that the financing doesn't hurt so much. Maybe we'll come to like, maybe if you are doing 1 year, it comes to like 60,000 naira every month, you know, across 1 year. And if you are doing 6 months, maybe 100 and something thousand. That's what we spoke to the bank about, right? But they've made it, it's tough for them to do, but at least we've been able to crack that code. So I want you to know that you're going to succeed. And I can't wait to see you guys in class in the month of September as we begin to cook you to become very competent. We want to ensure that someday the most competent family life professionals around the world are found in Africa. So that when we are doing our conference next year, we will see you there. Okay, so I'm going to ask my final question. How many of you are ready to take that first step? If you're ready, can you type hi? Right? Can you type? I'm going to answer your question for those of you who have questions. Can you type hi? If I'm going to see you in class in the month of September, okay, good. Abiola, you're welcome. Eric, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Evelyn, good. So it looks like I'm seeing a lot of you in class. Stella, Lola, Ajayi. Thank you. Where are the other people? All of you, see, if we are all in class, we would have solved major problems for Africa. And you have continuous support. You have ongoing community. Everything you need, we will ensure that we make it happen for you. Okay, so don't hold back. Worst case scenario, do financing and sign up yourself. Go ahead, sign up right now, and then we'll see you in class. We'll cook you. My job is to cook you to become the best that exists. Institute of Family Engineering and Development is actually registered with the Ministry of Education, so your certificates are actually very valid, right? But then your competence is unparalleled. You won't find any better framework anywhere, right? So when in September, admin, when is it starting in September? September 19, yeah. Its classes start September 19, right? September 19, class starts September 19. So go ahead and sign up right now. So if you have any question, I'm here with Juwon. Juwon, you can take it up from here. I'll be here to answer any question people have for me on what I've taught so far or any other issue. Don't be in a hurry to go home. We're like 1:27 right now, but let's know how we can help you. So any question for me? I can see Alaba raising her hand. Juwon, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Praise. Thank you very much for that insightful and impactful session. And I mean, there's really nothing to add. I probably will just let you, probably a personal story to add. Like he said, this is the best framework ever. I am telling you that because that's my story. If I look at the number of clients that I have presently, about 60 or 70% are not even Nigerians. So that's how impactful this framework is. So it's not localized. You can use it anywhere. My office is in my home. I am making my money from the four corners of my home, and I'm servicing people that are not even in my country. That's how this thing works. So it's an investment you make that is going to benefit you a big deal. Like he said, and like it was Sarah or Noyemi that was talking earlier on. I made my money back. The investment I made for this program, I made it back in 4 weeks after I registered. So is the best opportunity ever. So let's take questions. I mean, so that you don't think that we are talking too much. Let's just take questions. Ask your questions. For clarity, ask them. Any question in the, let me look at it. Any question in here? I think the only question that should be coming in right now is when is class starting? I've paid. I should just be seeing, I've just made my payments. When is class starting? That's the only question I even desire to see right now. Okay, I don't think there are questions. I mean, that means Praise did a good job. I think we all understood what the process is and what is in this for us. And let me just say to you, you showed up today because something in you knows you are called to be a part of this.
Someone is raising his hand. Alaba Olanipekun is raising.
Okay. Alaba Olanipekun, you can unmute. Admin, can she unmute? Can he unmute?
Yes, has already been unmuted. Thank you very much.
Alaba. I like your time.
And Juwon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was actually online yesterday, and thank you for Chidima. I'm sure that's the name. The lady that took us yesterday.
Yeah, Chidima, yes, Chidima.
For the nugget. She said something that what she said is going to be on a particular website. I don't know if you can make that available to us and to one of today, because they are valuable information. Praise has never wasted anybody's time. You cannot come to Praise and you not go home with something. You know, you have done it again. So thank you very much, sir.
So maybe we should sing the song. You have done it again. You have done it.
Yeah, people are paying. People are paying. Well done. Well done. People are paying. People are paying. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Awesome. And on the most serious note, we are just eager to have you in the network because it's a community. You are never lost. That's another beautiful thing about this program. It's a community. You are never lost. You can drop in your challenge or your concern any time of the day, and you'll have at least 10 people respond and give you solutions and ideas. And that one, you're not paying for it. In fact, you can sit in that community in a day and you're actually having a master class free, because you just be having input from left, right, and center, and you just go and work with it. Some people will not ask questions, but they will take that master class and they will not come back and give feedback that this also helped me. It's a fantastic opportunity. You don't even want to miss it. So please, just make payments. It's an investment. You see, a lot of us will use money to buy bags, buy designer and stuff. This is an investment for a lifetime. So, I mean, you know, we are adults here, so we know what we're talking about. Okay, I think we have just 7 more minutes. If there are no more questions, I can.
Yes. I think the map, I don't know what the map promised. I think they will.
Yes. Okay, I think it was the one that they recorded. Alaba, if I get you right, as in the recording of this webinar, is that what you're asking for? Alaba, can you unmute and give us clarity? Okay, I think it's not there. But admin, you can please Dimas, made a commitment yesterday that they will find something on the website. So
They will
if
send
you
it as a
can
mail to
just
them. Everyone that
okay.
read that.
All right, okay. It will be sent to your mail. I think we already have your email address. Yeah.
Yeah, they just omitted me now. You are right.
Okay, yeah. So it will be sent to your mail. It's on YouTube again. Okay, it's also on YouTube. Okay, any more questions, any more concerns on how to go about this? There are 130 people. I'm expecting 130 people in class. So I'm expecting 130 people in class. So as you round up, like I said, this program is more than a course. It's a toolkit, it's a framework, it's a movement. This industry is about to blow up in a couple of years. You just want to be ready and well equipped for it. So it's a movement. It will give you the frameworks, the skills, and the credibility you need to step out and make tangible impact in homes, in communities, in your country, wherever you are. I just want to invite you, seriously. Don't let today end as just another good event, another webinar. Take the bold step, enroll, invest in your growth, answer the call, because the families you are meant to touch are waiting for you, and the best time to start is now. Henry David Thoreau was the one who said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you have imagined. I want to see all of you in class in a couple of days. All right? Mrs. Gadi, I'm waiting for you. Feto, I'm waiting for you. Chika, as I'm calling your name, I'm recording them. Tina, Ademayowa, Lindiswa, I am hoping to see all of you. Joshua, Grace, Emmanuel, Caesar Kelly, I'm waiting to see you all in class in a couple of weeks. And on that note, I say good night and see you in class. I've been raising my hand. I've not picked. Oh, Fito, so sorry. Eric is also there. Okay, let's take Fito first and then we'll take Eric. Oh, yeah. All right, Fito, shoot. So sorry about that.
Where's the thing? Okay. Hello?
You're audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. This is just something else. You guys are amazing. I've registered for team coaching now. I'm having a dilemma now. I don't know if I should change or not. Please advise. Because I think this one is more than that one.
Okay, so let me answer the question. Well, if you want to specialize fully on teen coaching, I'll say just go ahead with your teen coaching. That's if you want to specialize on teenagers, that's all you want to do. But if you want to do something broader, to say you want to have a framework that enables you to work across board, then family system engineering might be your best bet. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yes, I think this is one. Because I want to work across. Right now, I'm doing life coaching. I have a program for children. I'm coaching children from age 7 upwards, and I'm also doing coaching for adults. And I think this one will do because it cuts across.
Yeah.
It's there. You can just use it.
Sorry?
Oh, Prince, do you want to say something?
Yeah, that's it. You should just contact admin. If you want to switch your admission, just contact the admin or the registrar.
Take the number from the chat box and contact admin, and then you will have, they will sort you out.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think I saw another hand. I can't see the hand right now. Please, if you're the one that I saw 2 people. So we still have some minutes. We can still take your question. Please unmute if you're the one that I saw earlier on before I called Fito.
Hey, Eric.
Hello, anybody? Okay, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm speaking from Accra, Ghana.
Akwaba.
All right. Yeah, I've been following the signals on the various Facebook, the adverts. My understanding of the signals, one of them is the adverts for the company has been doing on Facebook and been reading about it, wanting to get cooked. So I'll become a meal to serve in the market. So today I've heard from the Supremo. His presentation has dropped in my heart. I've been desiring to enter into, first of all, my background is I've gotten some few training in education and being a teacher for a while, and then gotten some pastoral training. But I have realized that the family issues is bigger. And if it worked well, even the preaching aspect or the pastoral work will be more easier.
Yes.
So I want to have, and the next chapter of my time to live wants to dedicate into coaching, and I've been trying to search to get what will help me. Books that a lot of the content I get is materials I can lay my hands on and read, which maybe I cannot be able to use it to actually execute professional work. And so when I find this, I've taken my time to trying to get to know what it is all about. And so today, the presentation has really opened my mind and to trust in this model that this institution is having. And so I pray that from today going, I'll make effort to, I'm in a career transition, as I'm trying to say. So make effort to make payment and then be trained so that I can serve the Lord in my corner. Apart from that, also, I've been looking for, I saw the book about the parenting, thinking outside the box.
Yes.
So when I joined the WhatsApp platform, I think I sent a message to one of the people and said, oh, okay, they don't have some in Ghana now. So I would want to have a copy to buy and read, start reading too. So with time, try to make, if I get resources, try to get order all the tools. Since this is where I'm going to, the vehicle I'm going to sit in to get to my destination, I would want to make effort and gradually get all the resources I need. And so I want to maybe I needed to put it in this bigger domain, but try to offer myself to be trained proper, to become properly big, so that at least if I stand anywhere to also do my work, the institution in future will also be proud that indeed they have really trained me well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Eric. We actually even have a practitioners network in Ghana. Mama Katie, I think she leads that. Mama Katie is in Ghana. She's on radio in Ghana as well. Yeah, for the book, just send a message to the admin. They will find a way to get across to you in Ghana as well.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm grateful.
Supremo. So just go ahead and do the needful.
Sure.
Okay, now any other concern, any other question? Abiola Ogbu, see you in class. Babatunde Kera, see you soon. All right. On that note, thank you all once again for joining, and don't delay. Don't let today end just another good webinar. see you all in class, and have a good night rest from Lagos, Nigeria. Good night, bye.
Bye.
Grace, see you in class. Maria, Favor, Odunayo. If I don't see all of you, I'll come to your houses. Ogechuku Awele. Wow. It's going to be an exciting September. Good night, everybody. Mrs. Gadi, do you want to say something? Mrs. Gadi? I'm not sure. I think Praise has left, but then whatever your concern is. I see your hand, Mrs. Gadi. Okay.
Before I came to FSA, I'd already gone to a counseling school, and with my personal experiences, I've deployed all of that with helping people, using reflective questions, whether with empathy and all of that. It was solving it until, you feel a sense of you are not getting that excellence that you really want, until I encountered Oyela in FSC. Oyela is mind-blowing. I mean, when you encounter Oyela, your life can never remain the same. It's like someone is inside of you, showing yourself to you, and you are wondering, who is this person? It's possible that, clients that I work with have encountered other tools. When they encounter Oyela, there is this light bulb, you just see that they come alive. I've also, even not only for African origin, other people, other origin, and it shows the efficacy of Oyela itself. It shows what Oyela can do, and the literal meaning of Oyela is the revealer, and it does that work accurately. I came across FSC through several means, but I didn't know that was the name until, I met with some colleagues, and it's as if they're saying some things that really resonated with me. And close to that was when the webinar was going on. And I said, immediately I entered the webinar, it didn't take me like 10 minutes. I knew this is where I'm supposed to be. Then after taking the webinar, I started seeing, the adverts everywhere, people talking about it and all of that. How it has transformed my practice. So before FSC, I'm of this opinion that, you do your impact on a low key and all of that. But FSC showed me that there is so much work to be done, and you cannot, hide what you are doing when you are trying to save the world. And so, as part of the things that we do as requirement is exposure, because your voice must be able to reach the people that need what you are giving. And what we are giving is for all nations, is for everyone, every human being on the planet. If anybody call themselves a coach or whatever that you are helping people, even for individual, you need to pass through FSA. But you have taken upon yourself the responsibility to help people, and you call yourself leaders. If you are not in FSA, I don't know what you're doing, because it gives you system. And I've seen it replicated over and over. For every session that is being run by FSA, you have diverse caliber of people that you are interacting with. You have people of like mind. Even our group is like a master class on its own, because people are sharing, their ideas. You are brainstorming one another. It's like it's a family on its own. So we are not just preaching, saying it from the books. FSC, we are living it. And there is no one that has gone through FSC that will not tell other people about it. So my advice is that if you are a thought leader and you have not considered FSA, I'm encouraging you to do so because it will change your life forever. Adonla Adenola is my name. I'm a certified family life practitioner. I'm a savior in my space. I help singles, and recently I've started working on matured singles. I help married people, and I help parents or teenagers to navigate life because the nation is built on the foundation of families. And so helping people to gain clarity, helping them to know who they are so that they can be able to function in any space that they meet themselves. That's what I do.